What happens when you strap an airplane engine into a chopper? Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs in Switzerland. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a variety of motorcycle castings that I've accrued over time. I'm not familiar with all of these castings. Some of them came in large eBay hauls. A couple of them I found on the pegs over in Germany. I'm looking for a matching pair that will suit my purposes today because I'm going to try to realistically match a movie vehicle, and I need to have just the right look. That's different. This tread shredder was popular over here. I saw lots of these, meaning everyone left them behind. This is close to what I'm looking for. That might work. The wheels move. It's got some decent detail on it. I also 3D printed a couple of different bikes as possibilities. This is a Harley Davidson Scrambler. Even more detail than Hot Wheels does. Look at the spokes on that. Hand brakes, foot pegs. I've got a matching pair. Those would be perfect to flank the left and the right sides of this chopper. Also a 3D file. It came out like this. It's not primed yet. Nice detail. And this is a 7-cylinder radial airplane engine. I'm going to need to fit that right in the middle. Challenges ahead. Haven't made a final decision yet. I'm working on Dementus Chariot today, from Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga, and this will be my entry to the July Four Horsemen invitational on this Wastelands theme. My three colleagues, Paul and Tom and Skip, give a warm welcome to this month's guest horseman, Jody Sims. Links to all those channels are in this video description. Our theme for August is Lowrider, and I hope you'll join in with us. I ended up choosing this identical pair of Hot Wheels Honda CB750 Cafe motorcycles to flank my chopper because I didn't want this to be 100% 3D print job, and these will be very close. I'll save the Scramblers for another day. The first order of business is to do some serious mods on the chopper that was printed with this engine style. I'm going to need to take that out so that I can transplant the radial airplane engine in its place. Now, these are delicate parts, and frankly, I'm terrified. What could happen? The snippers did a clean job, but now I've got to take one of these carbide tip grinding tools and try to remove just the engine. I hold on tight using my G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip. Success and relief. I added a chain guard made from styrene plate, and now I can prime it up. Coming soon on my channel are parts 3 and 4 of my summer road trip buddy builds. Got a rally car and a family vacation RV. I've got a Bone Shaker resto mod. The next Four Horsemen theme is Lowrider. And a crazy Bel Air conversion job. You can count on regular Saturday uploads here, and I hope you'll come back to see all of those. In true Mad Max fashion, these vehicles are mostly monochromatic, so I've got to dull down anything that's a little too bright on the Hondas. I do that with some matte black. The chopper got the same treatment, only to go over the chrome highlights after that. Bear in mind, at the very end, everything's going to be seriously weathered and dusted. A chariot made out of motorcycles is one of those ideas that is beautiful in its simplicity. This moto-chariot is piloted by Chris Hemsworth's villainous Dementus character. It's made up of 3 different motorcycles. According to my research, in the middle is a custom chopper with a Rotec R2800 7-cylinder radial airplane engine, flanked by 2 BMW R18s. My Hondas are pretty close. Dementus controls the chariot via reins attached to the throttles of the motorcycles. Quite honestly, it wasn't my favorite film in the series, and the chariot didn't really get a lot of airtime in it. But another builder challenged me to do this some time ago, and you have to take it seriously when someone drops the gauntlet like that. So off I went. For realism's sake now, and to match the film chopper, I've got to wire up the radial airplane engine. I do that with some superfine copper wire and a little bit of crazy glue. Today's community shoutout goes to Draco's Diecast, whom I follow on Instagram. He's a collector, a customizer, and a racer, and I'd like you to help me pump up those numbers. Every chariot needs a chariot, so I went to Tinkercad and mocked up this very basic one. Scaled it to size. You can see there's an axle tube on the bottom, and it gets a pair of spiked wheels, pretty closely approximating the ones that are in the movie. This is how they look coming out of my Elegoo Saturn IV Ultra 3D printer. Now washed and cured. The spiked wheels are 18mm in diameter. I'll fit a homemade axle in there. It gets a black primer like everything else in this project does. Then I apply some Vallejo acrylic premium silver. I'm using a Gaahleri GHAD 68 with a 0.5mm needle. This is a trigger action airbrush, which is my favorite style. It's my go-to workhorse. If you follow my affiliate link in the video description and use the coupon code MapleLeaf Customs, you'll get a 10% discount off anything that you find on the Gaahleri website. Hey, now that's looking good, like something out of the Ben-Hur movie. Free motion wheels. It was a tricky job affixing all 3 bikes together, but again, consulting lots of still pics from the movie, I saw it was done in a similar fashion to this. You simply need to disregard that rod goes right through the rear spokes of the chopper. My trick here is to raise up the 3D printed bike just that much so it's floating on air while the two flanking cycles are rollers, as is the chariot. Here's the handlebar braces. I'm hoping that will fool your eye from almost any angle. Looking back at my pics, I noticed that the chopper in the middle has a little bit more silver than I had applied. So I do that before wrapping things up. In every Fury Road project, you need to do some weathering because all these vehicles spend their entire existence out in the wastelands, either creating or following a cloud of dust. I do that with some Tamiya weathering powders, especially on the tires. That dulls down everything. You see I've put some leather reins on there. That's just brown painted paper. At the very end, I like to apply a really light dusting of brown to add to the effect. I turn the PSI on my compressor way down to 10 or 12. I don't want a saturation coat. This is just a light dusting. Heavier on the bottom. Dementus flew a couple of flags from his chariot, so I want to follow suit. Let's have a closer look. It's all finished now, dusted up. This might be one of my favorite builds, I have to say. I like this one a lot because it's so different from a car casting. Two Hot Wheels motorcycles on the outside. My chopper is 3D printed, as is the chariot and spiked wheels. About as close as I could come to the real movie prop. Crazy idea, I don't even know if it would work in reality, but we have to use our imagination in these post-apocalyptic themes. So there's the latest addition to my stable of Fury Road movie vehicles. It's a roller, but not a racer. My original scorched earth diorama makes a good backdrop for the final glamour shots of Dementus chariot from Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga. Sure was a lot of fun putting the time and the effort into this one. The final result is very satisfying for me, and I hope you enjoyed it very much too. Big thanks to our guest horseman this month, Jody Sims, who was a wastelands expert. Be sure to check out his video, and all the others too. If you participated, follow these few simple steps so that we can post your work in the recap video. Remember, Lowrider is the theme for next month. I appreciate each and every one of you visiting my channel again today. Come on back soon and often. It's coffee time.